Before we begin tonight's quiet journey, take a moment to settle in. Let your body become still. Allow your breathing to slow just a little. Imagine the world growing hushed around you, like a deep snowfall softening every sound. You're safe, you're warm, and there's nothing more you need to do now than listen. Tonight, we're going on a sleepy journey across the vast lands of Russia, aboard the timeless Trans-Siberian Railway. It's not a tale of drama or war, just a slow, winding passage through time. A journey filled with gentle sights, quiet towns, and moments of peace among birch forests and snowy rooftops. So pull the blanket up, let your eyes grow heavy, and come along for a ride. Our story begins in Moscow, in the soft quiet of a gray morning. The city, dressed in its long winter coat, is beginning to wake, but not hurriedly. Street lamps cast a sleepy amber light on the cobbled walkways, where a few bundled figures step carefully across the icy streets. At the Grand Yaroslavsky station, the Trans-Siberian train waits patiently, stretching long behind the platform like a sleeping dragon. Its green carriages are lined with small windows, through which warm lamplight glows. Conductors in dark coats and peaked hats check tickets with slow, deliberate motions. There is no rush. Everything feels hushed. As passengers climb aboard, the metal steps creak under their boots. Inside, the compartments are small and quiet. Quilted blankets lie folded on narrow beds. Samovars, the traditional Russian tea urns, sit in the corners of dining cars, gently steaming. As the train begins to move, there is only a soft tug, a breath, and then motion. A slow rhythm builds beneath your feet, like a lullaby made of wheels and rails. A wintry Moscow train station at dawn, softly lit by amber lamps. A long green Trans-Siberian train is preparing to depart. Snowflakes drift through the still air. Passengers in wool coats and fur hats board the train calmly. A conductor checks tickets near a steaming samovar. Style, oil painting with soft textures and muted colors. Beyond the edges of Moscow, the world grows quieter. The buildings give way to snow-covered fields and slender birch trees. Their white bark gleams faintly in the dim light, like silver threads stitched across the landscape. Inside the train, passengers settle into the rhythm. Some sip tea from glass mugs held in filigreed metal holders, podstakaniki, they're called. Others gaze out the frosted window, watching the countryside drift by like a dream. Here and there, small villages appear, clusters of wooden cottages with smoke curling from chimneys. The roofs are thick with snow. Chickens peck near fences, bundled children walk hand in hand, and old women sweep porches with birch brooms. Time feels different now. Slower. Softer. The train does not hurry. A snowy Russian countryside with endless birch forests and tiny villages. The Trans-Siberian train winds slowly through the landscape, seen from the window of a warm passenger cabin. Inside, a hand holds a glass of tea in a podstakannik. Outside, wooden cottages with smoking chimneys sit nestled in snow. Style. Photorealistic watercolor. Life aboard the train is gentle and repetitive. In the morning, passengers brush their teeth in tiny metal sinks, balancing as the train sways slightly. The hallway smells faintly of tea, old leather, and pine soap. In the dining car, tables are covered with embroidered cloths. Soft lamps glow above, casting golden light. Breakfast is served with calm formality, boiled eggs, black bread, a little honey. The samovar never stops steaming. By afternoon, the train pauses at distant towns. Some stops last just minutes, enough to see station vendors in fur-lined boots offering pickles, boiled potatoes, and dark rye rolls through open windows. Back in the compartments, books are read slowly. Socks are mended. Quiet conversations in Russian, Polish, German, and Chinese murmur softly like wind in the trees. And all the while, outside the windows, the snowy plains stretch forever. Inside a vintage Trans-Siberian train compartment during daytime, a passenger is reading a book while wrapped in a wool shawl. A small table with an embroidered cloth holds a glass of tea, bread, and eggs. Through the frosted window, the vast snowy plains of Siberia roll by. Style, soft focused digital illustration with cozy lighting. As the sun lowers in the sky, The train nears the mighty Volga River. In winter, the Volga becomes a white ribbon of stillness. The train crosses a great steel bridge and everything slows. Even the wheels hush a little, muffled by the snow. Fishermen sit out on the ice in tiny wooden huts, waiting patiently beside their lines. Smoke drifts up from their stoves, curling into the fading light. To the west, the hills glow faintly rose-pink in the last light of day. The horizon stretches without end. Inside the train, a soft hush falls. Blankets are pulled up, curtains drawn. Some passengers hum lullabies. Others sip one last tea. The night has begun. A steel railway bridge over the frozen Volga River at dusk. The Trans-Siberian train crosses slowly, its windows glowing with warm light. Ice fishermen sit near tiny wooden huts on the frozen river below. The sky is soft pink and blue, fading into twilight. Style, cinematic landscape with subtle pastels. Night deepens. Outside, the land is wrapped in darkness and snow. The stars above are brighter than city dwellers ever see, so many, so still. The Milky Way arches across the sky like powdered sugar spilled across velvet. The train moves steadily on. Its whistle sounds only rarely now, low and mournful. In the quiet cars, a child sleeps with her head on her mother's lap. An old man snores gently in his bunk. Somewhere, a lullaby plays on a small radio. The language doesn't matter. The tone is enough. Farther east, wolves may walk across the snow. Reindeer shift in the forests. But aboard the train, only peace. A night scene from the Trans-Siberian Railway. The sky is filled with stars and the Milky Way above the snow-covered plains. The train's windows glow softly in the darkness. A child sleeps inside one of the compartments, head resting on a parent's lap. Outside, silhouettes of pine forests pass quietly. Style, dreamlike nighttime illustration with rich blues and silvers. As we continue, we pass into another time zone. Then another. The train stretches not only across distance, but across time itself. People mark the hours loosely now. Watches are adjusted. Meals shift. Daylight seems to arrive at odd moments. The train, however, keeps its rhythm. Steady, slow. Somewhere outside, a wooden chapel sits among the snowdrifts, its onion domes iced over. A bell inside it may ring once at dawn, though no one hears it but the crows. Life along the tracks has not changed quickly. And inside the train, the sense of timelessness is complete. You could be in 1910, or 1960, or now. The train doesn't mind. A small, snow-covered Russian Orthodox chapel with onion domes beside the Trans-Siberian Railway tracks. A single crow perches on a wooden fence. The train moves quietly in the background, timeless and serene. Style, painterly realism with a nostalgic atmosphere. At last, the train approaches Lake Baikal, the deepest lake in the world. It lies frozen in winter, a vast sheet of blue ice that cracks in slow thunder beneath the surface. Ancient, clear, and strange, it's said to hold secrets in its depths. The train skirts the lake's southern edge. The sunrise glows faintly pink and lavender on the horizon. Through the window, passengers watch as the light spreads across the lake, turning ice to gold. There is no sound but the soft rattle of the tracks, the whisper of breath, the hush of morning. Now, dear traveler, we near the end of our sleepy ride. The journey may continue far east, to Irkutsk, Vladivostok, or even Beijing. But for now, your part of the path is complete. Let the train continue on its own, through the forests and rivers, through villages and starry skies. Feel the steady rhythm of the rails beneath you, like a lullaby. Let your breath slow, let your thoughts drift away. You're safe. You're warm. And the night is long and kind and quiet. Good night, and sleep well. Inside a peaceful train cabin at night, a sleeping passenger is wrapped in a soft blanket, the gentle glow of a reading lamp above them. Outside, the snowy landscape moves by slowly beneath a star-filled sky. Style, warm, tranquil digital illustration with soft shadows and golden tones.